Oh, let's go, everyone. The premium scenes are nearly upon us. Hallelujah. We've been having so much new amazing info coming out every single moment as we get closer and closer to the greatest day in gaming history since Mario found his brother Luigi. But we have to check our excitement, ladies and gentlemen. I understand that we're getting hyped, but this is going too far. I mean, after hearing some of this stuff, even I'm considering canceling my pre-order at this point. We've got the one, the only legend Stacy Henley spitting truth over here, left, right, and center. Heck, we're not even defined as edgelords because we asked tough questions of how it's possible for Judy to be packing tanks over there, or asking about genital customization, which is a game-breaking feature. Well, if we're edgelords, for protecting the quality memes and having some fun before launch, well, I shall be your edge king then, ladies and gentlemen. In all seriousness, first, that was one of the most fun intros to do in a long time. And second, bro, some of these massive issues people are finding with the game are pretty funny and hilarious. Or sad if you want to really think of it that way. So we'll take a break for a day and look at this game-breaking reasons, these irredeemable sins that should be worrying every single person here, giving you sleepless nights. But of course, now, if you enjoyed this video at any point, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more daily top quality content from your one and only Edge King Flicks here. We're not your pal Flicks anymore, we're your Edge King Flicks. Alright, so I'm not really a stranger to critiquing some of the footage that we've seen. You know, I'm super hyped for the game. Been making vids for like 3 months now on it, but I'm still not like fanboy level person, you could say. You know, I did go over some combat being slow, FPS drops, NPC density, which we later explained why in the gameplay info vids, just to quickly touch up on it, because people can be like, what did you just say? Combat starts off slow because your character is unskilled. Boom, he has to get XP, level up his skills, get perks, etc. Oh my goodness, the FPS drops because there's no day one patch, you know, yet that's what they actually delayed the game for. And NPC densities because of how powerful the last gen of consoles are, and the time of day and part of the city that the footage takes place in, because that's how NPC density works in Cyberpunk 2077, determining how many people are walking around. And of course, this is just a very, very fast explanation. We've went way more in depth in their specific videos. Check them out. But we had like a wave of complaints that I would say would reasonable, you could say. Now the second wave of complaints is just for the sake of hating on the game, really. The one that really ticked me off was actually in the newest PS4 footage that they showed a piece of paper or trash or whatever it was. Actually, it flew through the windshield of the car, and people were like having a field day with it because garbage phased through the car. It's as if the glass didn't have collisions, you could say, and people were like going off on that and getting heated, mad, triggered, saying they'd cancel the pre-orders. Just take that in for a moment. Not playing a game because garbage flew into a car. Like, what? Have you never played a video game before in your entire life? When are you ever actually going to see trash flying into your car? That was like a 1 in a million bug that just happened to get into the footage that no one realized. Even then, how is this a game-breaking bug? There's a very fine line in what is okay to complain about. That sure isn't. That's like completely crossed the line. And remember people also having issues with how Jackie was turning or swerving to the side of the car. He wasn't actually moving his car wheel when he did it. I'm like, what? I mean, to give them credit, that is a bug. Yeah, that's 100% true. It's a bug. Congratulations, you found a bug. Do you want a cookie now? Just report it to them instead of crying over it, dude. Now, don't get me wrong. Cyberpunk 2077 shouldn't be allowed to get away with bugs just because it's made by CD Projekt Red. No, but these aren't game-breaking bugs or really visual bugs that are easy to notice when you're playing. Like something like Fallout 76 with the T-poses. That was like a major game-breaking issue because you could see it all the time. Which I don't think I actually ran into that specific bug, funny enough. I guess I was lucky since I did play all the way back in the beta and I still didn't really have that many issues except one game-breaking issue where my quest progress wasn't saving when I would switch servers. That was like, I don't know, that was like my only Fallout 76 experience, you could say. So no game is ever going to be 100% polished and bug-free. That's just not going to happen, especially not a massive open world game. Now, some people see it as, well, you're given a massive budget. Why can't you tackle these small bugs? Well, that's because all the bug testing time and effort actually goes into quests, quest chains, branching paths, dialogue options, doing what they're supposed to, so you don't get to a point where the game tells you to go take somebody down, and then you've already taken them down. The game just points you to their like corpse, and you're like, what? What do I do now? That would break your progression. That would be a game-breaking bug. That's like the last thing that a game wants to have, especially I was about to say an RPG, but no, I guess I guess it does count. I guess I am trying to say an RPG. A choice branched game would be a better explanation to that. If you have so many different branching routes, then if you have a bug that breaks one of those branching routes, then you kind of broke a playstyle for someone. And even then, the game's just being criticized pretty unfairly before it launched about bugs, performance, combat. Though we've actually not even gonna talk about that. I just had some random noise in the background. Like, what? What? Is there somebody else in the room? It's like I was saying, the game's being criticized pretty unfairly before it launched about bugs, performance, combat, etc. That's like, okay, that's cool. Well, that's until we get to the best, most experienced people in the world, the game journalists who are giving these complaints, who built their characters so badly in Cyberpunk 2077 that they were finding it very challenging and slow-paced, and pretty much tried to avoid all combat. I think that's what happened, because they were like, oh, look, we played like 2 hours and we didn't get to any combat. I'm like, how's that possible? 2 hours in, you're literally at the quest to take out Maelstrom. Unless you decide to do that peacefully. Even then, if you were going to do that peacefully, you would have had to build a hacking netrunner character. So you're still doing combat, except you're doing long range hacking combat, which is another playstyle. So like, what are you defining combat as right now? But let's be honest here. Of course, they went with a netrunner character. They didn't want to show off their godlike aim. If there was a pro league for any game, including Cyberpunk, they'd be the captains. Maybe they'd even be so good as to be banned from ever participating in it. So this journalist from Polygon, I don't even know what on earth Polygon is. I was just browsing the internet. I came across the only Stacy Henley, known for articles like "Horseman didn't deserve his bittersweet ending," "Why I'm not buying the new Harry Potter game," and here's quite the progression. "It sucks that Cyberpunk 2077's edgelord marketing works so well." No, what sucks is you just latching on to anything that's popular in any community and making an article about it. I'm sorry, I've been screaming it for months. They copied GTA 5's marketing. I can't show you it because Rockstar just hates anyone using their trailers. I use like 5 seconds in one of their trailers, like, yep, nope. That's why we left Cyberpunk. Otherwise, I'd have another game in the background right now. And it'd be so awkward, really, when talking about things. But they've done the same thing as GTA with even, I guess, a little bit more sexualization every once in a while in the trailers. But even GTA had a decent bit of sexualization. Take, for example, their dance club, their trailers, or their yacht trailers. And that's what this entire internet trend of hating Cyberpunk 2077 is about now, though. How dare you enjoy the premium scenes? How dare you talk about general customization? What is wrong with you? You know, you guys only like this game because it's so popular. But because it's so popular, I'm going to make an article and I'm going to bring up the stuff from June 2019, aka the deep dive as an irredeemable sin that the game did. Aka, I believe it was the RTX screenshot that Nvidia released. Actually, I don't think it was even Cyberpunk, but they obviously approved it, which I already went through and explained, but the over-sexualization of everything, including something as simple as an energy drink, fits into the game, because the game is about corporate rule, maximizing profits for the corporations, everything belonging to the corporations, and using the whole sexualization of everything as a theme of blinding the average people of Night City to the point that they don't realize what's going on and rebel until someone like the legendary Johnny Silverhand. I still love how that one guy said it. But yeah, Silverhand makes music that appeals to them, tells them what's going on, and they rebel. Even though in the lore, Silverhand is legit the most selfish person possible. He led a concert outside Arasaka Tower to cause a massive fight, so he could sneak into the tower and save Alt Cunningham, his girlfriend. Like, definitely a flawed character to some extent, to a lot of extents actually. That's what makes him interesting. He's not a purely good character, and getting the best endings probably gonna need like a compromise between you and Silverhand's goals, because that's what they've been heavily stressing in interviews and trailers. Just like how they stressed about how the main quest was about saving yourself, not being the hero of Night City, and we later learned that the quest is legit to get that immortality chip called the Relic that houses the digital construct of Johnny Silverhand out of your head before it automatically does its function and erases you and uploads Silverhand into your body. Then bye bye V, bye bye your character, game over. We jumped a bit from making fun of this backlash to teaching you something, because we all have to know what we're getting into in the cruel, unforgiving world of Cyberpunk 2077. But back to making fun of this clown's article. So a direct line from this person's article is objectifying trans people. Please take a moment to go watch my sexualization video. Just go do that. And I believe a direct quote I said is, "Everyone is an object in Night City. Everyone is objectified. They are an object to be used and disposed of when not needed anymore." I mean, come on, how brain dead are you legitimately that you're getting this messed up? They made this article without knowing a single thing about Cyberpunk 2077. Like, you don't need to know the genre of Cyberpunk. I don't even like to stress the genre too much. I could care less about the genre. It's gonna trigger some people, but it's the truth. I'm here to play a video game, not here to live a lifestyle, right? Obviously, I have looked up the lore when for things that would be important, like Silverhand, Smash, or things that might play an integral role in Cyberpunk 2077. But that's the extent of my like research. I'm not going in and be like, oh, did you know that in 2021 Silverhand broke a nail? Honestly. Even if you just watched a little bit of footage, you'd understand why everything needs to be objectified in Cyberpunk 2077. The corporal life path, corporate, legit opens up with you being disposed of because you're not really needed anymore, and you're actually doing the job your boss gave you to do, which is off his boss. I know, so complicated. But then still, it's literally what the game opens with in one of the life paths. Heck, I believe all three of the life paths open up with you going against corporations. The corporate life path, you're getting kicked out of Arasaka. Street Kid, you're robbing an Arasaka exec's erendite. And Nomad, you're smuggling iguana, but then you get ambushed by Arasaka because it's kind of their property. So, time to read some more of this epic article criticizing us for talking about premium scenes. Man, I got this 80-year-old really schooling me here, and I quote, "It's true that this means the game provides the opportunity to create a transgender protagonist. However, gender in the game is still tied to voice, meaning if you want to be referred to as a woman, you need to select the voice actor with the typically feminine." Bro, this isn't a real-life simulator. They have two voice actors. This isn't rocket science. Two voice actors means two voices. Why wasn't Fallout 4 criticized for this? It's like everything that other games have done, they're deciding, oh, now it's bad for games to do this for just two voices, male and female. Yep, you can do that. You can do that. Any other game, yeah, that's fine. Cyberpunk 2077. What is wrong with you? I want you to dump at least half your budget on getting voice actors so I can have voices. I'm not even going to read the rest of this absolute filth to you. I can't wait for the day that Saburo Arasaka buys this garbage and just removes it off the face of the earth. Dude, just give it to aliens. They might enjoy it. The rest of this is just crying about us liking the marketing, which I'll be the first to say, yeah, their marketing was great. It appealed to their audience. They made sure to show fast-paced gameplay mechanics, and put in a couple romance options here and there to spice things up, to really get us talking, you know. So this person keeps on going and crying like that. It's not fair that people like this game. It offends me. Why you like this game? Hey, Karen, listen, we're the ones getting the game. I don't know if you skipped any business classes because you did become a journalist after all. Ouch. But a game's supposed to appeal to its audience, which they've done. We're getting the game. We're buying it. We're enjoying it. And we'll have fun, honestly. While you're sitting in a corner crying about it, like, ugh, come on. It's beautiful being still relatively small when making vids like this, because I can say this stuff and not have to watch what I'm saying. Because I'm just spitting straight facts, to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. Just get the game, sit back, and enjoy it. And don't let any of these complaints, which will come out with the reviews when they drop, bother you at all. Experience the game, make the decision for yourself if the game's something you enjoy or something you don't. Not every game's for everyone, but if history repeats itself, Cyberpunk 2077 might be one of the best-selling games of 2021 because GTA 5 had a lot of backlash upon its release, and I believe it's the second most top-selling game, only second to Minecraft, really. But yeah, it's just so dumb that like I'm fine with legitimate criticism for a game, but you get to a point where it's just you're just criticizing it for the views of an article, right? Like you can criticize combat, you can criticize NPC density, you can criticize things that make sense in the community. Like there's a decent bit of people worried about what the game is just because of how overhyped it is, which it is. It is truly overhyped to a point where people are expecting multiple different things from the game that aren't exactly going to live up to expectations, which is a decent bit marketing's fault. They didn't stress game mechanics more, but at the same time, that's what you got YouTubers for, really. That's what I'm going to. Well, I don't know if I'll make game mechanic videos right away because those are actually going to take a decent bit of time to make, especially the guides, just because of how dense the game is. It's insane just trying to think about content to make. Other than doing obviously pacifist run and anarchy run. I'd never said anarchy before. That's also what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a pacifist run, anarchy run, and a couple other things that I have insanely planned for the game. But also guides, tips and tricks. Just the whole freak show, ladies and gentlemen. We got everything planned. So yeah, now that we're officially edgelords, well, I'll take the responsibility of being your edge king now. So we're bonded to one another for life. I was actually planning on making these vids a bit closer to launch. I was thinking of it, but I saw this article and I was like, oh, there's so much content right here though. Bro, you made everybody hate you with this article. Oh, I just hit the mic, whatever. So yeah, I also didn't upload yesterday because, well, I just took the day off. I just took a break, really. You gotta take a break every once in a while. This kind of thing, you just need breaks. You can't go like 365 days without a break. It'll just destroy you on the inside. That's kind of what I learned after doing a lot of YouTube. But other than that, we are gonna be back with 2 uploads tomorrow. That's the plan, because I do want to do vehicles and I do want to do weapons, or I might combine them. This is probably gonna be 2 videos tomorrow, just because we missed yesterday's video. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe. If you liked it, like it. If you disliked it, I don't like you anymore. But yeah, that's about all I wanted to say about this. It's kind of sad that we took the day to actually, spend this to actually make fun of this article and make fun of people's complaints, which are just ridiculous. People are expecting like a real life simulator over here, bro. It's impressive that they even added in general customization. Let's be real here. What game had that? I can't think of a game that let you have either part or none. They've went above and beyond what they need to do just to appeal to more people, which it is good. While the majority of the gaming community is, well, guys, there's still a decent bit of audience that you can appeal to, right? That other games don't. So it's literally free real estate, you can think of it. But anyways, we're getting off to like 20 minutes, and I've kind of gone off track at the end. But you just need to say what needs to be said, because I don't want to make another massive, major... Is it massive or is it major? I don't even know what I'm titling this. Anyways, peace, ladies and gentlemen. No more talking flicks.